Story 1. The Endless Forest of Soft Moss. Imagine stepping into an ancient forest, not of towering, imposing trees, but of gentle giants cloaked in the softest moss you've ever felt. This moss isn't just green, it's a tapestry of emerald, sage, and silver, thick as the plushest velvet carpet, muffling every footstep into a whisper. The air is cool and perpetually damp, smelling of rich earth, decaying leaves sweet as honey, and the faintest hint of pine resin carried on a breeze so soft it feels like the forest breathing. Sunlight filters down not in sharp beams, but in a diffuse, golden haze, like liquid amber suspended in the air, illuminating dust motes dancing lazily in the stillness. You walk without destination, following no path but the invitation of the moss, deeper and deeper into this silent sanctuary. Ancient trees, their bark softened by centuries of moss growth, lean companionably towards each other, their branches intertwined overhead, forming a cathedral ceiling woven with ivy and delicate ferns that drip with condensed mist. Tiny mushrooms, like miniature lanterns in pearly white and soft russet, cluster around the roots. The only sounds are the occasional, distant chime of a water droplet falling onto a broadleaf, the almost imperceptible rustle of a small creature burrowing deeper into the moss bed far away, and the constant, soft sigh of the wind high above, gently rocking the treetops in a slow, hypnotic sway. As you walk, the light grows softer, dimmer, shifting towards twilight blues and lavenders, though time seems irrelevant here. You find a natural alcove formed by the roots of a vast, ancient tree, its base covered in a cushion of moss so deep it invites you to sink into it. You settle down, the moss yielding beneath you like the most comfortable bed, cool and embracing. Looking up, the canopy is now a deep indigo tapestry pricked with the first, hesitant stars. Fireflies begin to emerge, not flashing urgently, but drifting like slow embers, casting tiny, fleeting pools of warm light on the moss. The sighing wind becomes a lullaby, the scent of earth and damp sweetness wraps around you like a blanket, and the profound silence of the forest, a silence that isn't empty but full of gentle, ancient life, seeps into your bones. Your breathing slows, matching the unhurried rhythm of the forest's breath. Your eyelids grow heavy, watching the slow dance of the fireflies against the deepening blue. The softness beneath you cradles every muscle, the cool air soothes your skin, and the immense, quiet peace of the endless moss forest settles over you completely, pulling you down into its velvety embrace, deeper and deeper, into a sleep as soft and silent as the moss itself, where dreams are just another layer of this gentle, green world. Story 2. The Slow River Journey Under a Blanket of Stars. Picture yourself lying flat on your back in a small, shallow boat, little more than a curved leaf or a smooth piece of ancient driftwood, perfectly molded to cradle you. It glides silently, effortlessly, down the center of a vast, slow-moving river under an infinite dome of stars. The water is utterly still, like dark, polished obsidian, perfectly reflecting the cosmos above, so that you seem to be floating not on water, but suspended within the star field itself, adrift in the quiet heart of the universe. The air is warm and still, carrying the faint, clean scent of water lilies and damp reeds from the riverbanks, invisible in the darkness. There is no current you can feel, no ripple against the hull. The boat moves with a gentle, inevitable purpose, as if guided by the soft gravity of the moon, a pale, serene disk hanging low on the horizon, painting a silver path across the water directly beneath you. Above, the Milky Way spills across the sky like a river of crushed diamonds, impossibly bright and dense. Constellations you recognize, Orion's belt, the ladle of the Big Dipper, and countless more unnamed stars glitter with a steady, calming light. Occasionally, a shooting star traces a silent, fleeting scratch of white fire across the velvet blackness, vanishing as quickly as it appeared. The silence is profound, a deep, resonant quiet broken only by the softest lap of water as the boat gently parts the surface tension far ahead, a sound more felt than heard, like a heartbeat muffled by feathers. Time stretches and dissolves. Minutes feel like hours, hours like moments. The banks remain dark, featureless masses, suggesting forests or fields sleeping under the same starry blanket. You feel utterly safe, utterly small in the grandeur of the cosmos, yet profoundly connected to its peaceful rhythm. Your body feels weightless, buoyed by the water and the boat, every muscle softening, releasing tension into the warm night air. Your breath becomes slow and deep, sinking with the unhurried glide of the boat. You watch the stars, not searching, just receiving their ancient, gentle light. The reflected stars on the water shimmer slightly with the boat's movement, creating a mesmerizing dance of light below you, mirroring the stillness above. The moon's silver path seems to beckon the boat forward, deeper into the calm. Your eyelids flutter, the stars above blurring into soft streaks of light, the reflected stars below merging into a luminous haze. The scent of water and night blooms fills your senses, the gentle rocking is imperceptible now, just a feeling of profound stillness and suspension. The vast, quiet sky and the dark, mirror-like water merge, cradling you in a timeless, star-filled embrace. You are adrift not just on the river, but in the peaceful expanse of the universe itself, lulled by the silent journey, sinking deeper and deeper into the welcoming darkness, carried effortlessly towards sleep on the slow, starry river. Story 3: The Mountain Cabin and the Gentle Snowfall. Deep within the silent embrace of snow-capped mountains, nestled in a small, sheltered valley, lies a tiny log cabin. Smoke curls lazily from its stone chimney, a thin gray line against the vast expanse of white and the deep violet twilight sky. Inside, you are wrapped in layers of soft, thick wool blankets, sitting in a deep, worn armchair pulled close to a crackling fire in a large stone hearth. The flames dance with hypnotic grace, tongues of gold, deep orange, and ruby red licking over glowing embers, casting flickering, warm light and deep, shifting shadows on the rough-hewn log walls. The air is filled with the comforting scent of burning pine logs, wood smoke, and the faint, sweet aroma of wool warmed by your body. Outside, beyond the small, frost-rimed window, a gentle snow is falling. Not a blizzard, but a steady, silent descent of immense, fluffy snowflakes. They drift down like feathers, catching the fading light in a mesmerizing, slow dance. They blanket the already deep snow on the ground, pile softly on the branches of the pine trees surrounding the cabin, weighing them down slightly, and dust the roof with a constantly renewed layer of pure white. The world outside is utterly hushed. The snow absorbs all sound, creating a profound, peaceful silence broken only by the soft, rhythmic crackle and pop of the fire in the hearth and the deep, resonant tick of an old wooden clock on the mantel. The silence outside isn't empty, it's a thick, insulating quiet, a muffler on the world. You watch the snowflakes fall past the window, each one a unique, intricate crystal vanishing into the collective white. The fire's warmth seeps into your bones, a deep, radiant heat that contrasts perfectly with the imagined cold just beyond the thick walls. Your fingers trace the nubby texture of the wool blanket. The weight of it, the softness, is profoundly comforting. The flickering firelight dances in your half-closed eyes. The steady tick of the clock marks the passage of moments in this timeless sanctuary. Your breathing deepens, becoming slow and regular, matching the unhurried rhythm of the falling snow. The worries and thoughts of the day seem to dissolve, carried away on the silent flakes outside, buried under the deepening drifts. The warmth becomes enveloping, the chair feels like it holds you perfectly. The dance of the flames blurs into a soft, golden glow. The ticking clock fades into the background hum of the quiet. The silent, endless snowfall outside the window becomes the only thing, a soft, white curtain descending, wrapping the cabin, and you within it, in layers upon layers of peaceful, soundless white. The fire dims to a bed of pulsating embers, casting a deep, rosy light. The cold outside is forgotten, irrelevant. You are safe, warm, and profoundly still, sinking deeper into the chair, deeper into the blankets, deeper into the hushed, snow-muffled embrace of the mountain night, lulled by the crackling embers and the silent, ceaseless fall of snow, drifting down into a sleep as deep and quiet as the winter valley itself. Story 4: The Coral Lagoon at Moonrise. Imagine floating effortlessly on your back in the warm, still waters of a hidden coral lagoon, just as the last embers of sunset fade into the soft velvet of twilight. The air is utterly calm, thick with the sweet, salty scent of the ocean and the faint, clean perfume of night-blooming jasmine drifting from an unseen shore. Below you, the water is impossibly clear, a darkening mirror reflecting the first hesitant stars pricking through the indigo sky. You barely move, suspended in the buoyant salt water, feeling utterly weightless, cradled by the gentle embrace of the sea. As the light deepens, the lagoon itself begins to awaken with its own soft, internal luminescence. Tiny phosphorescent plankton ignite like submerged stars with every microscopic ripple your breath creates, swirling in glowing galaxies around your limbs. Delicate strands of seagrass sway lazily on the sandy bottom far below, their movements slow and hypnotic. Larger shapes glide silently in the depths, not threatening, but serene, a slow-moving ray, its wingtips stirring the glowing plankton into brief constellations, a small group of fish, their scales catching the faint moonlight filtering down, shimmering like scattered coins. The coral formations themselves become enchanted cities in the gloom, their intricate structures softened by shadow, glowing subtly with their own bioluminescent algae in patches of soft blue, green, and violet. It's a silent world, muffled by the water. The only sounds reaching you are the soft, rhythmic sigh of your own breathing, the gentle lapping of tiny wavelets against your ears as you float, and the distant, muffled rush and retreat of the ocean swell beyond the protective reef, a constant, soothing heartbeat of the sea. Above, the moon, now full and impossibly large, rises over the silhouetted palm fronds of the encircling island. Its silver light spills across the water, transforming the lagoon's surface into a shimmering pathway leading towards the horizon. It paints everything in monochrome beauty, the water, your skin, the distant shore. The air grows cooler, but the water remains perfectly warm, a comforting bath. You feel completely alone, yet completely at peace, part of this vast, quiet, glowing world. Your limbs feel heavy with relaxation, yet buoyant. Your mind empties, filled only with the gentle rhythm of your breath, the soft lap of water, the mesmerizing glow below and the vast, cool moonlight above. You close your eyes, but the images remain, the swaying seagrass, the drifting constellations of plankton, the silver path on the water. The sounds blur together into a single, deep hum, the sound of the ocean breathing. The cool air on your face contrasts blissfully with the warm water supporting you. You drift, not just on the water, but in a state of perfect, weightless peace. The lagoon holds you, the moonlight watches over you, the ocean's heartbeat lulls you. Deeper and deeper you sink, not into the water, but into a profound stillness, letting the gentle currents of sleep carry you away, floating effortlessly into dreams as serene and luminous as the coral lagoon beneath the moon. Story 5. The vast desert night under a blanket of stars. Picture yourself lying on your back on a thick, soft-woven rug spread over cool, fine sand, in the absolute heart of an immense, silent desert. The sun has long since vanished, taking its fierce heat with it, leaving behind an expanse of indigo sky so vast and deep it feels like falling into it. The air, now deliciously cool and utterly dry, carries the faint, clean scent of dust, ancient stone, and a sweetness like dried sagebrush. All around you, as far as the eye can see in every direction, stretches a sea of dunes, frozen waves of sand sculpted by the wind, glowing softly under the starlight. There are no trees, no buildings, no lights, only the immense, peaceful emptiness, and the overwhelming dome of the night sky above. The stars here are unlike anywhere else. Freed from the haze of cities and humidity, they blaze with an impossible intensity. Millions upon millions of them, diamond dust scattered across infinite black velvet. The Milky Way arches overhead like a luminous river, so dense and bright it casts faint, soft shadows on the sand. Constellations you know and countless more you don't stand out with breathtaking clarity. You feel incredibly small, yet profoundly connected to the universe in this vast silence. The quiet is absolute, a deep, resonant silence that hums in your ears. There is no wind tonight, not even a whisper. No insect chirps, no distant animal calls. Just the profound, peaceful silence of an ancient, sleeping land. The sand beneath the rug is cool, almost cold, radiating a gentle chill that seeps through the woven fibers, grounding you. The air you breathe is crisp and cool, filling your lungs with purity. You lie perfectly still, gazing upwards, feeling the coolness of the desert night seep into your skin, contrasting with the lingering warmth deep within your core. The sheer number of stars is mesmerizing. You don't try to count them or name them, you simply let their collective light wash over you, a gentle, constant radiance. A shooting star occasionally streaks silently across the blackness, a brief, brilliant scratch of light that vanishes as quickly as it appeared. Time loses all meaning. Minutes stretch into hours, or perhaps hours condense into moments. The silence deepens, becoming a tangible presence, wrapping around you like another blanket. Your breathing slows naturally, becoming deep, slow, and effortless, matching the timeless rhythm of the desert itself. Your body feels heavy, relaxed, sinking into the supportive sand beneath the rug. Every muscle unclenches, every thought drifts away like smoke on the still air. The cool sand supports your back, the vast sky holds your gaze. The silence fills your mind, pushing out any lingering worries or lists. You are simply here, a tiny point of awareness under the infinite stars, held in the immense, peaceful embrace of the desert night. The stars seem to pulse gently, their light becoming softer, hazier as your eyelids grow heavy. The cool air feels like a balm. The profound silence becomes a lullaby sung by the universe itself. Deeper and deeper you sink, down into the cool sand, up into the star-filled sky, dissolving into the peaceful emptiness, letting the ancient quiet and the cool desert night carry you effortlessly into a deep, dreamless, and utterly restorative sleep. The desert holds you safe, the stars watch over you, and the silence is your cradle. Story 6, The Cloud Hammock. Imagine lying suspended in a vast, impossibly soft hammock woven not from rope, but from luminous, cool mist and the very fabric of clouds. You are cradled thousands of feet above a sleeping world, yet it feels utterly safe, utterly serene. The hammock sways with an imperceptible gentleness, a rhythm as natural and slow as the Earth's own rotation. Below, through occasional breaks in the cloud floor, you glimpse a patchwork landscape softened by distance, dark forests like mossy carpets, rivers like silver threads, tiny clusters of light that might be towns, all silent and miniature under the dome of the night sky. But mostly, you look up, or simply feel the cool, pure air against your skin. The sky here is a profound, velvety indigo, deeper and clearer than any sky seen from the ground. Stars are not just points of light, they are brilliant diamonds, sapphires, and topazes scattered in infinite abundance, pulsing gently with their own quiet energy. The Milky Way is a river of crushed opals, a wide, shimmering band of soft light arching directly overhead, so dense it seems you could reach out and stir it with your fingertips. There is no wind, only a profound, resonant silence that fills the space between the stars. The air is cool, crisp, and thin, tasting faintly of ozone and starlight, yet breathing feels effortless, calming. Your body feels weightless, completely supported by the yielding, cool mist of the hammock. It conforms to your shape, cradling every curve, releasing every point of tension. The gentle sway is constant, a barely there rocking that soothes your inner ear, lulling your nervous system. You watch the stars, not thinking, just absorbing their ancient, peaceful light. A satellite might glide silently, purposefully, across the vastness, a tiny, moving star. A meteor might streak, a brief, silent scratch of fire vanishing instantly. But mostly, there is stillness. Utter, profound stillness. The coolness of the cloud mist seeps into your skin, a gentle counterpoint to the warmth deep within your core. Your eyelids grow heavy. The brilliant stars begin to blur, softening into halos of light, merging with the ethereal glow of the Milky Way. The silence deepens, becoming a physical presence, a soft blanket woven from the emptiness between worlds. Your breathing slows, matching the slow, cosmic rhythm of the swaying hammock. Thoughts drift away like wisps of cloud, dissolving into the vastness. You feel incredibly small, yet perfectly at peace, held safe in the embrace of the infinite sky. The cool air is a balm. The silence is a lullaby older than time. The gentle sway rocks you deeper and deeper into weightlessness. You are no longer just in the sky, you are becoming part of its quiet majesty, dissolving into the starlight, the cool mist, the profound silence, sinking effortlessly into a sleep as deep and boundless and peaceful as the cosmos itself. Cradled forever in your celestial hammock. Story 7. The Submerged Sea Cave. Picture yourself floating on your back in the still, warm, saltwater embrace of a hidden sea cave, accessible only through a narrow underwater passage now far behind you. The cavern is vast, its ceiling a high, dripping dome of ancient, water-smooth rock, glowing with a soft, ethereal blue light. This light doesn't come from the surface, but from millions of tiny, embedded bioluminescent organisms, like a living constellation mirrored on the stone above. The water is perfectly clear, buoyant, and as warm as blood, holding you effortlessly afloat. It's utterly silent, the thick rock and water absorbing every sound except the soft sigh of your own breath and the occasional, resonant plink of a single water droplet falling from the ceiling far above, creating slow, expanding ripples that gently nudge you. Looking up, the glowing ceiling is mesmerizing. The blue light pulses faintly, slowly, like the cave itself is breathing. Patterns emerge, swirls like nebulae, clusters like unknown constellations, streaks like slow comets frozen in stone. The light reflects softly on the utterly calm water surface around you, creating a shimmering, liquid mirror. Below, the water is dark, pure obsidian, seemingly bottomless. You feel no fear, only a profound sense of ancient peace and safety.